Hi! So today is a bit different. We are switching the culture. Yes. But we are getting in our boats and we are going west. We're not going to Italy and we're not going to England. Does England have mythology? I never thought about this. I know so much about their history. I never thought about the mythology. Girl, I got a homework assignment. We are going to Egypt, which is great because once I finish filming this, I'm probably going to watch The Mummy. And the first story for our Egyptian chapter is the story of Horus and Set. Now, if you want the Hollywood version of this story, as opposed to finishing watching my video, which in this case, I won't even, Gods of Egypt. Beautiful masterpiece. You got the Phantom of the Opera, right? Fighting to the death, right? Against Jaime Lannister, right? And then we got like Thoth, right? The most smartest god in the world. Mr. Beltzman. This movie is fantastic. The thing that I find really interesting about the Egyptian mythology as opposed to Greek and Roman, with Greek and Roman mythology, the gods over there, they all put themselves above humanity. You know, they sit in the clouds, they're on top of Mount Olympus, it's very hard to get there. You really physically can't. Whereas in Egyptian mythology, in some cases, they were amongst people. There was a rightful monarchy in terms of deities, and it was ruled by Osiris and Isis. Osiris was one of the gods of the dead and agriculture and health. He's the son of Geb and Nut, who are the god of the earth and the goddess of the sky. You see how it's like flipped? It's like gender bent here, it's crazy. His rule was a particularly good one. He was considered a wise and powerful king as he taught humans to use the soil and the earth around them in terms of agriculture, to grow things and to live healthfully. So his reign was very much considered peaceful. His wife, Isis, was the goddess of the moon, protection, and healing. And she, wait for it, was his wife
and sister.
This is why I like this kind of stuff. Because they're so similar, but they're also so different. Because they're so similar, yet they're so different, you can tell, like, at some point, at one way or another, there had to be some form of communication to have these similar ass ideas. Like, there's no way they're on two sides of the earth and have, like, borderline the same idea. Like, you know what I mean? She was the mother of Horus, who was the falcon-headed god, and Jaime Lannister. Because she was known as well as, like, you know, the goddess of the moon and all that fun stuff, but like a really, really great sorcerer, it was also believed that she was a person that taught humans about medicine as well as agriculture side by side with a man. And on top of that, she taught women how to grind wheat and weave cloth. So the story of Horus and Set begins with Osiris's brother, Set, who is let's just put it like, I don't even know, like what, the Egyptian Thanatos or something? No, I wouldn't even say that. I can't even say Hades because like Hades ain't doing this. What I'm trying to say is Set is Osiris's brother and Set wants the throne. And to an extent, Set really actually like went through and followed through with this plan, and it actually worked because for a time he did succeed in killing his brother. So what had happened was Set was like,
Osiris, like, let's go hang out, let's go have some like brotherly times, you know what I mean?
And so Osiris is like, okay, yeah, that's cool, bro, let's go. They go out, they do some fun, they have some games. Set is just like, why don't you lay in this coffin, right? And we're gonna like play a game, like while you lay in the coffin. And Osiris gets in the coffin. And as soon as he gets in there, Set seals it shut, throws it in the Nile, and it's like,
okay,
this is not the visit. Why are we getting in enclosed places with people who are being weird? Why are we not using our noodles? This is where it gets really funny, and I know I say this all the time when it comes to like most of like the female characters that I talk about in these videos, but Isis is just a girl, and
just like me, for real.
So Isis finds the sealed box that Osiris's body is inside, and it's like, why the fuck? And so she uses her magic to resurrect him. As soon as she resurrects him, she says,
drop them drawers.
And they get freaky, and they conceive Horus. But Set found out that he was still alive, tracked his ass down, and cut him into pieces like a sheet cake, and scattered the pieces all across Egypt. But Isis, like I said, just like me for real, was like,
I'm gonna find each and every part of my man because he's very fine.
I stand by you. I stand by you. So she gathers all his remains, puts him back together again, resurrects her again, and makes him king of the underworld so Set can't get to him. But like I said, when she arose him the first time, they got freaky. She's pregnant, right? So then she gives birth to Horus and raises him in secret away from Set so he doesn't know, hey broski, there's an heir now.
You gotta leave.
So as the years flew by under Set's rule, Egypt was probably not that hard to think about. Awful under his rule. And so when Horus came of age, he was like, all right, time to get my throne. And he decided to challenge Set for the throne of Egypt. Gods, because in every pantheon that you will ever find, gods are messy. The gods, led by Ra, the sun god, Horus, his grandfather, Set's dad, and Thoth, Mr. Bozeman, held a divine tribunal to figure out who would be the next ruler of Egypt. So they decided to have 5 games to put them through to see who would be a better leader. Y'all, the first one was the boat race on the Nile. And the point of the boat race was you have to sail across the Nile in a boat made of stone. Set, dumbass, went and built an actual boat of stone, and obviously he sank, because what are we doing? Horus built his boat out of wood, but painted it and disguised it as stone. Okay? He didn't cheat. Not in my opinion, he didn't cheat. So he won the first round. The second trial was literally just
boxing and swearing up.
It is said that they fought very violently, and because they were gods, they can take the shape of different kind of animals. They're all metamorphosis based. And it's commonly said that Set repeatedly went between being human and, well, god, whatever the fuck figure, and being a hippopotamus. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm fighting somebody and I'm bop bop bop, all of a sudden it's whoa mammal. What am I supposed to do? Because
I'm not punching a hippo.
It's going to snap my arm in half like a tic tac. So in one version of the story, the battle is concluded by Horus actually impaling Set. So the third incident is actually what the movie I told you about before, Gods of Egypt, talks about, the infamous eye incident. During a particular battle of boxing, Horus had, knocked off balance, punched in the face, delirious, maybe he got spit on his, I don't know, but somehow Set was able to get Horus to the ground. And when he did this nigga gouged out his nephew's eyeball. Just cause. Later on, however, the eye was retrieved and was restored by Thoth. By Thoth doing that, it became a symbol of healing and protection. This next one is why I really like this story because what? So the fourth bit was literally just Set trying to humiliate Horus in any way, shape, or form, because you don't want somebody who's easily humiliated to be a king. That's just common knowledge. So Set tried to sexually dominate his nephew. Stay with me now. Isis, right? His sister-in-law, Isis, heard of what he was trying to do. Some way, somehow, she tricked Set into eating Horus's cum and was like,
You're the one dominated by him because you're the one sucking down his kids.
What's going on? Stop the music. What's going on? What are you even saying to me, right? So after this, right, Isis feels like she can help Horus become king. And so some other stuff went on, and there was, I guess, some kind of primitive battle between Set and Isis had a chance to kill Set and end the whole debacle, but she spared him, as that wasn't for real in her nature. You know what I'm saying? Horus was just like, why? What?
Useless.
And there's different versions, like the other ones. In some versions, Horus is very angry, and in a fit of anger, he cuts off his mother's head. Stay with me. In another version, he just cuts off her hands. Either way, Thoth puts this back. Thoth is just putting people back together like it's nothing. She's putting folks back together like it's nothing. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So in the end, even after Horus dismembers his mother in one way, shape, or form, and also gets dismembered himself, the gods decide that Horus is the rightful person who should be the king of Egypt. Now, whether it was because all the trials and all the shit that he did, or it was because he's the fucking heir, who knows? I wasn't there. Set was then exiled to the desert and then became the god of chaos, storms, and foreigners. Horus then took his place as the ruler of Egypt, but he then decided this is way too much and decided that pharaohs would be his earthly representative. So what do we learn in our first Egyptian myth? The Lannisters always pay their debts. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.